guys, Lunar Spawn 27 here, bringing you Toriko chapter 316, Grab Hold. So the chapter begins right where we left off. Toriko was able to see Komatsu, and Monkey King Bambina was able to see his supposedly deceased girlfriend. It turns out that this world they're in may not be the back channel. It's not really confirmed what this world is, but according to Komatsu, it is some sort of underworld or hidden world. So it might be the back channel, but considering Komatsu's condition, I think it's some sort of limbo purgatory kind of world. I'm not sure. Also, it seems that Coco, Sunny, and Zebra are also teleported into this world. Now, the question as to why Pair fell, since we all knew that the four Heavenly Kings had to please the Monkey King so that they can obtain Pair. But in order for Pair to fall, the Monkey King was supposed to be really pleased. He was supposed to be satisfied. So amongst the confusion, when he saw his supposedly deceased girlfriend, he was so overfilled with joy that Pair fell. However, I believe the final step to the Embu dance is currently unknown because it hasn't been confirmed if biting the Monkey King is supposed to be the final step. Now, some confusion was cleared up on how Pair is connected to this hidden world. One of the monkey balls disappeared into the world where Komatsu's in, while the other monkey ball remained with Toriko. Thus, we get the final step in obtaining Pair. According to Komatsu, he and Toriko have to catch Pair at the same time. Once they caught Pair, it was revealed that the monkey balls had an outer shell which broke, revealing its insides. The next step was to combine the two Pair together, because originally the true Pair was both monkey balls combined as one, since one would go into the hidden world and one would stay in the real world, thus the true method of capturing Pair. Okay, I have a question. How did Komatsu figure this out? I mean, he was in a comatose state considering he was missing a heart. The Monkey King's girlfriend was the only one there aside from Komatsu, so I don't know if she told him the true method of capturing Pair. But somebody had to tell Komatsu about it since he never knew about capturing Pair. Unless he figured it out on his own somehow? I don't know. Also, how messed up is it that in order to capture Acacia soup, one person has to be on the verge of death or actually dead, while the other person has to please the Monkey King so that his balls will drop by performing an Embu dance? I mean, for the rest of Acacia's full course menu, are their methods for preparing those dishes going to be just as complicated or even more? Anyway, Toriko and Komatsu managed to combine Pair, which unleashes this incredible energy, revealing its true form, a shiny monkey ball. No, I am not kidding. In fact, I think I understand why Acacia made Pair his soup, because this liquid was dripping from the shiny monkey ball, which I think is supposed to be the soup. Not only that, but when Toriko was able to see through Pair, he was able to see Komatsu. So the true Pair can allow anyone that sees into it to see what's inside this hidden world or underworld. Komatsu was glad that he was able to help even if it was a little. And then he says his goodbyes, which was very surprising because I didn't think Komatsu was going to die. Hell, I still don't think Komatsu's going to die. But the way the scene went down, it really felt like he was going to the afterlife or something. He tells the four Heavenly Kings that they have his deepest thanks, considering that they went through so much just to help him. He starts to cry and tells them goodbye, levitating up into the air. But he had one last request, and it was to hold his hand. At least that's what he says in the manga stream translation, but I believe that's also implied in the Bototo translation. You know what? Despite the fact that I know Komatsu's not going to die, this was kind of a sweet and sad moment. Oh, and before anyone asks, yes, the bromance between these two is very strong, but the scene between the two is still nice. Suddenly Yun burst out from the ground, and it turns out that he was a camping monster equipped with a high-level safe zone, and he was carrying Komatsu this whole time at the foot of 100G Mountain. Well, that at least confirmed where the real Komatsu was, but Yun being a camping monster? I'm sorry, but that just feels completely out of nowhere. When was it ever established that wall penguins were camping monsters? In fact, when was it ever established that Yun was a camping monster? In this one panel here, a door opened on Yun's stomach. How is that even possible? I don't understand. And because he's a camping monster, is that the reason why he was able to withstand 100 times normal gravity? Because I believe they're on the mountainside of 100G Mountain. Anyway, the reason why Yun arrived was because Komatsu was reaching his limit. His condition was so bad that even his hair turned white. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, his hair was white. They tried to feed him PAIR, but they get interrupted by Kaka. So since she's here, what happened to Toriko and Kiss? If she fought and defeated them, then okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Toriko and Kiss and I want to root for them, but this is a blue nitro that they were dealing with. But if that happened off panel, then I will so call bullshit on that. Anyway, the reason why she was able to arrive was because the Toriko stopped scattering their pollen because a few drops of PAIR was enough to gain nutrients from the ground to fill their stomachs. Which also explained why Yun was there too, but they're still on the mountainside. They should still be affected by 100 times normal gravity, right? So unless PAIR stopped gravity as well or something? She wondered when the four Heavenly Kings started to suspect her, but it didn't matter right now. So she orders them to hand over Komatsu and PAIR, and she intends to kill the four Heavenly Kings. As for when they were suspicious over her, they were suspicious of her the entire time, so ever since they first met her. However, they didn't have time to ask her any questions, but they didn't really care anyway. Toriko tells her not to get any closer because if she did, she would get in the way of the Monkey King, who apparently all this time was dancing with his girlfriend in the other world. So Kaka and the Monkey King bump into each other, and oh dear god, that face. Yeah, the Monkey King is really pissed that his dance was interrupted, but the chapter ends with Kaka opening her mouth screaming Monkey King. So yeah, that is Toriko chapter 316. What did I think? Well, the chapter did confuse me at first, but reading it a couple times more with both the Batoto and the manga stream translations, I was starting to gain an understanding of it. However, there's still some mysteries remained unsolved. For example, what is this world that Komatsu and the Monkey King's girlfriend were in? I'm not really sure if this is the back channel, but considering Komatsu's condition, this is some sort of purgatory / limbo kind of world. Which would also mean that the Monkey King's girlfriend might be in a death-like state as well, or dead. If that's the case, then how did she die? Because I heard some theories that her death might have triggered the fall of the civilization in Area 7. And going back to what happened after capturing Air in Area 8, I think this is the reason why Teppei crushed his heart, so that he can send Komatsu into this world so that they will be able to capture PAIR. If this was what Teppei intended to happen, then this was something Neo ordered him to do, or he's trying to resist Joa's control, or he is a double agent. I know it sounds like I'm grasping straws here, but you gotta look at the possibilities. Also, there's still the matter of how Komatsu knew about capturing PAIR. Plus, I don't know if we'll learn what that final step on the Embu dance was, but I'm hoping these next few chapters will answer these questions. Okay, now that cliffhanger ending. It's implying that the Monkey King is going to fight against Kaka, which sounds freaking awesome. As for who is going to win, considering that we've had chapter after chapter of hyping up this Monkey King, I want to root for him. But we can't underestimate Kaka considering that she is a Blue Nitro after all. We haven't seen a Blue Nitro fight so far, but what we currently know about them is that they cannot be underestimated and that they are very powerful Nitros. However, if this confrontation does happen, this is going to depend on Kaka's fighting capabilities, her strength, speed, and how she will be able to withstand the Monkey King's Embu. So depending on who is stronger, it can go either way. But I'm going to root for the Monkey King because I want Kaka to get her ass kicked hard. So overall, there's still some parts in the chapter that still confuses me, but this was definitely an interesting read. So tell me guys, what do you think of this week's chapter of Toriko? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Who do you think is going to win, Kaka or the Monkey King? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe to more videos, and be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So yeah, that is Toriko chapter 316. I'm LunarSpawn27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.